Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to Map Making with me, BonBonB. I'm BonBonB. You, of course, are very, very welcome. And we'll start with a quick update for those of you that haven't been following the series and wondering what is going on. Well, basically, I'm known as the map guy because I review the maps, and I've only ever built one map. That was Merrickstowe last year, doing some beaches at the moment, obviously. So yeah, last year Merrickstowe was fairly well received. It wasn't a perfect map, but it wasn't half bad, especially for a first map. I figured it was about time I got stuck in and made my second map. I had a couple of ideas bumbling around my head, and this is what I've come up with. It's a small build map. There is one large island with about 4 tiles worth of build plane on it, and then I decided that I wanted to have a second buildable area for those that wanted to expand just outside of the 25 tiles, which is what you can see here. That corner there is the corner of the 25 tiles. So this map, this particular island within the map, is actually outside of the 25 tiles. There we are, for those that want to mod and expand a little bit beyond. Yeah, the option is there, and if you don't, then you've still got the 4 main tiles on the main island. Now, this particular island, it's like a half moon island sort of thing. We've got the lake in the middle. The lake is roughly finished, roughly. We're doing a little bit more to the lake today, not too much more. And yeah, adding the beaches along here. The beaches are going to go along most of the sides of the island. The whole map is going to be very flat with like lots of floodplain kind of areas. And yeah, so putting beaches along most of the sides, apart from this side down here. Now this side is where I'm going to encourage people to build their docks if they want to do docks. So I'm about to just drop the seabed, that's words I'm looking for, seabed, along here, just to make it a little bit steeper, a sharper drop, making it more of a natural thing for ships to come along and utilise this area. I'm still not entirely happy with what I've done in this particular bit of work, and I'll come back and I'll tweak it a bit more later. But it's one of these things, you progressively, like with anything, you tweak, and then you tweak a little bit more. Right, so anyway, this is the lake that I was working on, and there's this area up here. I felt that it could be more marshy and more swampy, so what I'm going to do here is just drop the terrain level a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. There's a great thing with these new foliage, ground covering foliage that came with the vanilla game, is they don't die when they're flooded. It's great. It's absolutely incredible for marshland, and as you see here, we've got the water sort of like entering in now. It's going to sort of like swish about underneath the leaves, and it's great. Come along here, I'm just dropping a few of these along here as well. I just wanted it to feel a lot more soggy and squelchy, and I don't want it to feel quite as sanitised as it was looking. It was looking a bit too much like a boating lake, and a boating lake wasn't the look I was after. I want it to be like an abandoned marshy lake that people don't use anymore because it's just probably all the fish have been fished out of it, and it's just like squelch city around here. So yes, that's the idea of this particular part of the map build. There is one particular thing I'm not best happy with. I will get to that a little bit later. I don't mind the island's not too bad, just doing a little bit of tweaking here and there, but the island's not too bad. Just make it a little bit more marshy around the edges, more soggy. So yeah, that's what I was doing there. Anyway, yeah, where were we? Yes, so the plan of just finding the right brush and editing out that a little bit more as well. So yes, the plan. So far, I have finished one area. That's one outlying island, which has no build plane on it whatsoever. This island here has got about 2 tiles of build plane, and like I say, 2 maybe 3 for expansion away from the main island. The part that I have finished is just very decorative. It's the lighthouse island, and I'm quite happy with the way that's come out. If you want to see that and you haven't seen it, head back and watch one of the previous episodes. It'll be quite obvious by the thumbnail which one's got the lighthouse island on it. Now, the one thing that I'm not happy with, and because if you're looking at this going, no, I don't like this, do you know what? I agree. It's not the coverage. I do go back and I delete some trees a bit later on and just do some tinkering with it. Here we are now, deleting some trees, just using random scrubbing away with the bulldoze key, like that. If I'm honest with you, I think I've chosen the wrong trees. Well, not all entirely the wrong trees, but just I'm not buying into, and I know the colours are wrong. The colours are killing it in the map editor. I have loaded the game actually in-game, sorry, the map in-game, and it looks great. But I'm still not sold on the trees. I think the big problem with the trees is the height, the elevation of them all. They're all much of a muchness. All about the same height, apart from there's one or two trees that are like bushes and shrubs, which obviously lower, but the full-grown trees are all about the same height, and I want to have some variation in that. And the colours, the darker tree, which is one of the vanilla trees, I don't know about them either. I don't know, I'm not sure. Don't be at all surprised if in a few episodes time that we come back to all these trees, get rid of a lot of them and start again. Maybe. I don't know. Haven't decided. I probably will tweak more with it first of all. Add some more different trees. I know there's the vanilla conifers quite nice. I'm tempted to maybe add a few of those in here and there because they are slightly taller and they maybe will add a bit more. But yes, the whole place just seems a little bit sanitised and a little bit deliberate. So yeah, adding a few trees here and there just to break up the lines, the tree lines along the side of the lake. As you can see there, it's just pretty much a straight-ish line. It's not a straight line, it's just a straight-ish line. And just trying to break that a little bit. So yeah, that's what's going on at the moment. I'll say, just think I might add a couple of extra, more detailed custom trees, which would be great for feature areas as well. If I'm going to put a feature area, just to have a couple of trees that are higher quality than, I'm not saying that Pidelmo's trees are of low quality, but these are the low poly ones. These are deliberately low poly, and it'd be nice to have just a few which are just a little bit more taxing and a little bit more decorative. Here we are, trying to expand a few more trees out to this way, and yeah, not too sold on it, but there we are. We'll get to that. And obviously I haven't done any roads on this island. I'm not even sure that I will do any roads on this island. It will be obvious. I might put some keys in along where I expect the docks should be, or I might just leave it where it is, and I don't know. Well, stick in the comments, what do you think I should do with regard to the docks on this particular island? As it is out of the 25 tiles, it will be only being used by those who do enjoy a modded game. I don't think it's any big sin to expand out of the 25 tiles and to break the rules and to use the mods. I still like the game to run vanilla rules personally, but yes, and don't mind having a few mods to expand and to add, just give a little bit of added value to the game. Right, so yes, Duvo is still the working title. I've got an idea for a name in my head, but I don't think I'll know for sure until I've finished the build. This particular one is about one of the features that I've not completed yet in the map. And once that map has got that feature added, it's one of the things. Even if I said to you, "Oh, the name of the map's going to be Bridlestowe," to go with Merrickstowe. Yeah, Bridlestowe. I don't want that giving away what one of my extra little features is going to be. Here we go. Just trying to put another one of these in. Yeah, I know these are ugly and horrible, but I'm gonna try and be clever with it here, right? Trying to get the exact point where the actual steps kind of just below the actual foliage, and it's just not playing the game at the moment. It's just trying to drop it a little bit. There we are. There she is. So now they haven't got that big climb up to get onto the steps, and it looks like it's just like been abandoned. Now what I want to do is just want to move some of the foliage across, so we've still got a bit of a path leading up to the pier. like that. We'll get these extra thick bits of foliage moved aside. Not a major thing, just that should do it, I think. That should do it. All I'm doing now is just expand some of this ground coverage up this path between the trees, and just move a couple of the trees across so that it becomes a feature rather than just something that happens. So anyway, yeah, just adding a little bit of that ground coverage up here as well. And a couple of felled trees at the beginning of it that makes it quite obvious that that is actually like an area that's been cleared so that you can get to the lake. Right, this is all making sense to me. I'm just, like I say, not happy with the trees. Not happy. And the colours, yeah. I wish I could show you the true colours of the map. It's just not working the way I want it to. And that's it's an annoyance. It's an annoyance, but there we are. I think it's an asset conflict. Easy for me to say. I think it's one of those. I have managed to load the map in full glorious colour before, and when I did that, it came up with a like a warning. You know, this asset come on, speak, Bonbon. Asset hasn't loaded properly. Unfortunately, I didn't concentrate, and I just like clicked the box. Yeah, it's fine, whatever. And then, of course, the map was in Technicolor, and I go, whoa, hang on, what was that wasn't loaded? And it hasn't done it since. Of course it hasn't done it since. Why would it do it since? Oh, it's just typical, isn't it? Just typical. Yeah, here we go. Putting some like low foliage bushes and shrubs along the beach line. Once again, not entirely happy with it. I will be going back and tweaking and adjusting this. It was only when I finished putting the line down that I thought, do you know what? I prefer it to be a bit like this instead. So probably in the next episode or two, I'm going to come back and shove some of that about just to bring it together. But I mean, I kind of like the feel along the top of the beach there of those shrubs, etc., being like that. Right, so we're getting close towards the end of today's episode. The only thing we've really achieved is lowering the lake a little bit, putting in the pier, and then some trees which are probably not going to stay. Probably not staying at all, but there we are. Any ideas? Anything that you'd like to suggest for the map? Is there anything that you're seeing in this map that I'm not seeing? If there is, do stick it in the comments. There is obviously a hell of a lot of work that still needs to be done. It's not something I can rush because I don't have a lot of time for this. I can just about squeeze about half an hour of map building per week, and then I run it to you at double speed. And that is what you're seeing today. All of the work that I've done, and the fact that it's probably most of it's going to be removed. I don't know. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? Everything. I know. I know. Anyway, yes, if you're not a follower of the channel, please hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell as well. I'm putting out so much content at the moment. I've got an ostrich series running at the moment, which is a village builder based in 18th century Ukraine. It doesn't sound fascinating, but believe me, it's so good. It is so good. And it's incomplete. It's only an alpha version, not released yet, far from released. Here we go. This is what we did earlier. That's what it looks like. Looks good. Good. So yeah, if you haven't already subscribed, please do so now. Let's get the ball rolling. Let's get up to 10,000 subscribers by Christmas. There's the challenge. Thanks for watching. You've been very, very welcome. And I'm going to go and have myself a brew. See you later.